repeat trades.
Real trades, real talk.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I am going to talk about the most important lesson of trading, which is that you need to wait, okay? You need to wait for your plan to show up. Tom Dante has a famous quote, taking the excellent trades isn't the hard part. The hard part is not doing anything stupid in between them. Well, today I did something stupid in between them, so not on MES. MES was actually okay. But here, did a lot of stupid shit in here. Got long here without, well, I guess we did have the confirmation break, but I got long before I should have got long. Not while there was a gap up here. And I just didn't look left, right? So I got rid of my 15-minute chart because it really wasn't serving any purpose, and looking left is very important. If I had looked left, I could have said, okay, between here down here and up here is a range, and I'm gonna just avoid this crap. I'm gonna avoid this crap until we get out. And basically the only way to trade ranges is to not trade them at all. And you can start trading them if you break outside the range and then come and then retest the range and consolidate near the top, and then it can go up, right? So like today, I'm not allowed to trade. I'm only allowed to trade with the directional EMAs on the hourly. And I'm only allowed to trade with, no matter what, I'm only allowed to trade with the 5 directional EMAs, the 5 minutes. And there's no point in guessing because it's like the biggest moves happen above with the directionals. They happen below the directionals. There's no point in guessing it down in here. I should have just not traded this at all because the directional EMAs were below. I should have not tried to trade this at all because we're still inside the range and we hadn't broken outside of it and consolidated and moved up. And maybe you could have traded this for just a small 1R move up, but the big moves aren't going to happen out of here, and I want to focus on the big moves. Can't get long down here because the EMAs are below. Now at this point, we're actually consolidating near the top of the range. We could actually make a move up, and it ended up moving up 70 points to end the day. But yeah, this actually would have worked out, especially on bar 75. That's a really great time to get long. And you could have targeted from 30 up to the top of the range to get 30 points, and then this cup and handle, we get that extension up. So here's my trading plan. I revised it, and I just cleaned it up a lot. So every trade must have a signal bar and a confirmation break. That's a rule that I've had for a while, but I haven't necessarily respected. But I'm going to get into how I'm actually going to follow this. And it has to have EMA confluence. Must not be in chop, too. And this is how you identify chop. You just got to look left. And I gave a few reasons about how to identify chop. And I just printed this out. So this is my new plan. Inside the prior day range, price action is less clean. Sometimes it can work really well. Like this day right here, this half day, it was inside the prior day range, right? But it ended up we had a clean move, right? But we're not inside chop, really. If we opened up right here, I would expect the chop to continue, and then once we break out, and have a pullback, then I would start looking, okay? But this is it's not coming from chop. We opened up inside yesterday's chop zone, okay? There's no reason to trade it. Yes, it gently went up all day. That's great. But yeah, on the MES, let me show you the MES. Same deal. Like the best time to get long would have been over here. I did get stopped out on bar 54. Um, because we did have the confirmation break of bar 52. But yeah, I should have just kept trying to get long. Basically, bar 57 should have got long there. Um, and that would have been safe because it broke down below, then broke up, and then we would have had that move up. So, yeah, you could have targeted the gap close, and that would have been 58 up to 65. Today wasn't a great day, but going back to the plan, going back to the plan, uh, outside prior day range. This is the time to take a trade. The hardest part of trading is avoiding times that are not this. I don't know if I ever finished the Tom Dante quote, but I'll say it again. No, I finished it. But I'll say it again. Trading, the hard part isn't taking the great trades, because those are obvious to take. The hard part is not doing anything dumb. It's not saying, okay, I'm not gonna, even though that, this is going short here is below the 5 minute directional EMAs, it's against these hourly upwards EMAs. I don't care that there was a MACD crossover. MACD, and that is part of my plan, sort of, but really it's best for. It's not. This MACD cross wasn't reason enough to go short. And yes, it did go short a bit, but we're in an uptrend, and I don't know. It's just not the most important thing. Like, the fact is we're inside a range, and until we break outside the range, there shouldn't be any trading. There shouldn't be any trading. Should have targeted the gap close. Oh. I'm just thinking. Okay, so I have this Excel document. Follow your system, follow your system. The only way you will win long term is by sticking to your plan and ignore the urges. Ignore your urges. Earn your right to trade by sticking with your plan. I have a couple cool Japanese quotes here about following a plan. Then I have 2 mindfulness activities. So this is something to get me in the zone before I trade. And then in parentheses, I have to wait, because trading is really just waiting. And then meditate on your system. Your goal is not to make money, but to follow a plan. Following/violating a plan. I'll say following/not violating a plan is the only thing that matters. The only thing. I'll say that again. The only thing. Following a plan is simple, but not easy. You don't need to capture every fluctuation. You need one setup to become rich. Don't make it hard on yourself. I just basically revamped this a lot. And the most important part of this is down here. Yes, I know this is very weird and colorful, but I want it to be engaging, right? And dopaminergic, like to get my attention. So every time I follow my plan, I will, like, say I take a trade, I'll shade this in blue if I follow it, and if I don't follow it, I'll shade it in red, and if I make a off-plan trade, like I shade it in red, I'm done for the day. In every trade, right, I also need to add it to my playbook right here, okay? And I only have 2 trades, with 5-minute EMAs. I'll make it more. What I'll do is I'll say I'll do outside PDR with 5-minute EMAs, inside PDR with 5-minute EMAs. And then the gap close. So I really have 3 options. And Yeah, but every time I take a trade, I have to add it to the playbook and screenshot it, and that's just to encourage me that I'm only taking great trades. Back to my plan. Um, yeah, I made a note today. It doesn't apply to inside the prior day range. Um, the big point of this video is just to say you have to wait. Okay, today was not a great day. Okay, there was some opportunities, but it was not a great day to trade. Okay, I could have saved time. I could have drawn this box. I could have looked left. Okay, at the video from or at the chart from yesterday. Could have looked left, and I could have at least on the MNQ and the RTY. I'll get to RTY in a moment. I could have looked left, and I could have said, "Oh, we're inside yesterday's range. I'm not gonna mess with this." Okay, and you look at once we got to the bottom of the range. Look at we did bounce up, but and like this was kind of this technically is not an okay long, but guess what? Okay, we're in an uptrend on these uh, EMAs. Okay, it's been tested a couple times, and the EMA is about to cross. Okay, the EMA is about to cross. You could have taken this long, and you are allowed to take the that because it is having directional EMA confluence. You're just slightly anticipating it. Like this is tightening up a lot, and it's getting smaller, and it make like you can very like closely anticipate this EMA cross if it's a situation like this. Um, but yeah, that this is all hindsight. Keep in mind, like identifying this in the moment is a lot harder to do and not easy. And it's these rules are to keep you out, okay? And you have to not trade most of the time. Like that I'm making this video to my future self, to my past self. Like I want to make these videos basically for for a younger version of myself. Like I want to make the videos that he could have watched. And basically I the moral of the story is you got to be very cautious inside the prior day range. There's so many bad opportunities. Once you're outside the prior day range, you get so much better movement and price action. Here we had a big gap up, closed that gap, then went back up. Here we closed down below the prior day range, big push down. Close well below the prior day range, gap and go. You know, here you're open below the prior day range, but it's a hugely bullish day, right? 60 points. You're coming out of this level here. You have the higher time frames; they're still bullish. You know, every moment is different in the market, and if you don't know, you just shouldn't trade. But you gotta avoid crap, and that's why most of this is about not is about avoiding chop, right? It's about keeping you out, because as a trader, your main job is just waiting. What makes you trading attracts a lot of successful people, doctors, lawyers, high up people in companies, and what makes them successful in those areas is that they feel this compulsion to be busy. They have to keep working. But in trading, that will destroy you and that's kind of like where I feel like I am negatively affected a lot. Is I kind of have this compulsion, and it also acts as a need fulfillment too. So, um, what else? What else? What else? Um, mm, mm, mm. I'm just changing that. So, yeah, not great. Um, my plan down here was to actually target the gap closure. I was in long for that, but of course I didn't hold it all the way. Um, Bad day, but you know, these are the days that teach us the lessons, unfortunately. And I keep thinking I'm gonna be profitable, but I'm not. I keep thinking I'm there, so basically I can't base that off of a feeling anymore. I need to base it off, hey, what's actually happening with my account. So I'm just gonna start uh, trading. I need to trade a lot less, and I need to not gain stimulation from trading, and I need to gain fulfillment and stimulation from other areas of my life um, that isn't trading, because if those other areas of my life I'm not gaining that fulfillment, I'm gonna look to trading to do that, and that's how you place dumb trades and you way over trade like I did today. I should be taking not a lot of trades, right? The only times I should have gotten along today was the very end of the day down here on MNQ, on MES. Yes, this is in anticipation of the EMA crossover, but you can be pretty confident if you see this, especially coming off bar 36. Hey, we're crossing over, so it's like you're acting as it's kind of a cope what I'm saying here, but it's safe because you have so many factors on your side. You have the higher time frame moving averages. You have this level having been protected before. It makes sense that it's going to go up. But yeah, um, that does it for me. Um, this is my plan. It's super simple. It's easy to follow. Um, my trading system is going to keep me out of this stuff a lot more now. I just have to actually respect it. I think I'll be able to. I think this friction, the biggest thing for me is friction. I'm like Brett Donnelly in that sense that I need to have friction. Let's look at RTY. RTY had an EMA crossover and it was bearish. So RTY would have been, you know, you could have gone long on RTY and it wouldn't have been a big day, right? The ATR is a lot lower for RTY. Um, ATR is a lot lower, only, but you still could have caught 38 points down to 20 points, 32 points down to 20 points. It could have been a good day. Um, I did get long here. because we had the crossover, but I didn't realize that these EMAs had crossed over on the hourly, so that was actually pretty dumb. I should have only really been looking for shorts because of that crossover on RTY. So, yeah, annoying video to make because for me because I did have a mistake and I thought I was at the point of my trade. I thought for the last 5 weeks, like since my really bad blow up on Thursday, October 31st, Halloween, I thought that was the change in my trading. I thought it would be all different from there, but it hasn't been. And I've been trying to like size up like I am the trader I want to be, but I'm just not. And I'm not in a race. Okay, there's plenty of time. The markets aren't going anywhere. The markets are going to be here in 10 years from now, 20 years from now. They're going to still be here. So I got to just take it one day at a time, take it slow, take it ease, not trade inside chop. Unless it's, coming from the bottom with the higher time frames. But as the day starts, I mean, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. It's like just, you don't want to trade in this. It's just, will drive you mad, right? So next time I open up, I see something like this, how am I going to respond? Well, if these EMAs are up and these EMAs are down, I won't trade at all until we get, crossover and both EMAs are aligned, because per my plan, every trade must have 5-minute EMA confluence or 5-minute directional EMAs is the better way to say that. Maybe I printed this out a little too early. But yeah, every trade must have the 5-minute directional EMAs. And you got to be patient. I mean, what gets you to win this is the last thing I guess I'll say is kind of the more you want something, the more you're gonna get away from actually being able to do it. This is like a Buddhist concept. But if I can just like relinquish my want and just let go and say, I don't need to make money trading today, I don't have to win, then coincidentally, I'm sure that's when I'll start winning. When I come to it with a disattached attitude and say, I don't need to trade right now. I don't need to. If I see a setup, I'll take it, but I don't need to take any trades. That's what will, I think, help me win the most. And then, once we get something like a bar 52 or a bar 60, then we can actually, target a breakout. And, or even not a breakout, if not a breakout, just a 1R move up to the top. Just that would be nice. I mean, you get along here, it's 235, goes up to, 260. That's 25 points. One a micro contract, that's $50. $50 is a lot of money if you if you add it up over time. If you make $50 a day every trading day, $50, there's 252 trading days a year. 50 times 252, 12 grand a year. All right. But what if you were actually patient enough and you only sized up on the trades you knew were very good? Hey, look, this is a small risk bar. I can really size up here. I'll buy 5 contracts. Target up here. That's $250. And then, okay, we made it. Great. Starts ranging again. Blah 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 blah. We come down. We get a test of the 21 EMA. That's a great long signal right there. Great long signal. Very great long signal right there. Okay, long. Very good. Not so good. Ooh, boom, bang. Up to 300 from 50. You buy 3 contracts on there, that's $300, that move right there. So $300, 250, that's $550 from this to this, from this to this, and then this to this. That's $550. Then minus transaction fees, so probably like $530. But still, it's like you don't need a lot of opportunities, but like, okay, you shouldn't go short here because it's inside the range, and that's reason enough. But what other reasons? There's a gap above that hasn't closed. What other reasons directionally were long to the upside? There were reasons to short right here, right? Like we're below the EMAs, we're below. We had a MACD cross, but we're in the range, and that should supersede all else. Uh, you know, there should be no trading here because we're in the range. But I should have waited for this, for a test of the 21 EMA, for a gap to close. One sec, guys. Sorry, I just had to look at something on my other computer. Um, but yeah, it's like this is just inside a range. This isn't a good day. I should be busy with something else. No longs allowed until, oh, we had a crossover. We can go long here. You can long up to the top. Boom. 25, 35 points. Nice. Take the win. Oh, still inside the range. This doesn't look good. Oh, now the EMAs have crossed down. Oh, now they're crossing up. Oh, now they're up again. Okay, we can look for longs eventually. That kind of looks like a good long right there. Except that, because this is the problem, you know. Why is bar 60 a good long, but bar 48 is, or 49 is not? Well, I think they're both good longs, honestly. Especially because, I mean, it'd be better if you can get a break from the range in a retest, right? But it's consolidating near the top. And if you failed on this one, you could try again on bar 52 and get long. And that would work. Except you just have to wait for this long where it doesn't work. But really, inside ranges just aren't good. Like, they're constantly trying to mess with you, get you to think you should trade them. And ranges are equilibriums, right? A balance of buyers and sellers. It's not a good time to trade. Just not a good time to trade. You got to avoid trading inside ranges. And then outside, that's when we want to take our trades. Okay, that'll do it for me. Sucks, but I'm recording my journey. I'm uploading every single day. So yeah, we're all good. We'll I'm not even gonna keep track of that anymore. Just gotta follow this basically. Trading is waiting. There's one thing you take away from this video. It's just that trading is waiting. Don't trade when you don't know, or when it's not like a great day. Taking the easy trades is hard. Okay. Taking this trade long, that should be easy. Okay, you're outside the prior day. You know, this should be an easy long. This should be an easy short on the MNQ that day. That was a great easy short because you're outside the prior day range. You're outside the prior day range, and you have the directional EMAs on your side. What more do you need? Short it down, make 200 points, 150 points, have a great day. Short till 9 a.m. Right? Yeah, first 90-minute big move. That's when the biggest moves happen. When you open up outside the range. When you open up outside the range, look at, here's another range day. Very rangy. Not good. Open up outside the range, boom. And the really disparaging thing about today was I called this yesterday. I expected that today would not be as good of a day. If you watch my video I posted yesterday, because I said we had 2 big days here, I expect today to not amount to that much. But I still did shitty. I still did bad. I still lost money. So sucks, but these ranges, they're a big waste of time. They're a big waste of mental bandwidth. They're just a waste of a lot. I mean, this basically ranged for 2 days. Yesterday was actually, you had some good moves to the upside, but then it started ranging for the second half of the day. Yeah, same with MNQ. Nice move up at the start, but this would have been a great long right here off bar 19 because it's a good long, Could have got 53. Or sorry, no, this is MES. Yeah, that's a good long. This is a good long here because it's with the EMAs, right? It's with the directional EMAs. But this bearish, it's not a good time. You shouldn't trade short here. It's just not wise. It's inside the range. It's not good. It's no bueno. And a lot of that would have been, I would have been in a better, I'm just not allowed to straight up take these. And if you miss out, you just miss out. Okay? But these are the better trades to take long here, once we're with the the higher time frame trend. And I thought we were going to pull back a little bit because we're pretty extended. But yeah, trading is really hard, guys. Trading is really hard. It's very simple, but it's very hard. So that'll do it for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye.